All right. Welcome to this special episode of Realtor Fight Club. So, we are now in the series called What Would You Do, where we discuss professional standards and ethics, like scenarios, sometimes cases, but scenarios. And so, I'm here with Kristen English. Hey, Kristen.
Hello.
Hey. Now, this series will record and come up every Wednesday. And so, you have a scenario for us, right?
Yes.
Let's hear it.
Okay. So in this day and age right now with COVID, there are a lot of people that can't travel.
Right.
So to come into town to see homes. So we kind of been practicing where, hey, I'll either FaceTime or I'll take some videos and let's see if you like them. And and we'll buy a house that way. In fact, I did that this summer.
Yeah, a
So
lot of people are buying them sight unseen in
mhm.
a lot of different markets. We don't get it too much here, but people do it.
Yeah, I had a doctor resident who couldn't come in because he was in South Carolina, and had he come, if he could have come in, then he would have had a quarantine here 14
Oh,
days. And then
yeah.
when he went back, because he works in a hospital, he would have had to quarantine 21 days.
Oh my
And,
gosh.
and
No.
that just wasn't feasible. So I sent him listings, and then we sort of narrowed it down, and then I went around and I recorded. Now, the question comes up, which is if the scenario is I'm FaceTiming
Mhm.
with him, or even if I'm not, and I video and I send it to him,
Right.
and they decide that they love this house and they put it up on Facebook for their friends and family to see and go, look at this house. We love this. What do you think?
Like we're putting an
Okay,
offer in it. I mean, they do
I'm
stuff like
making
that
an
all the time. Like,
offer.
we're so excited. Like, do you like this house or do you like this house even?
Correct. And
Okay.
then you have the listing agent call and go, I don't have a video. I was not allowed to do a video. My sellers only wanted certain pictures up on the MLS, even though, because it goes to Zillow and Trillia and all the other sites.
Oh, no.
And you have violated this is a violation. And this is something that we're going to start seeing, I think, more and more.
Oh,
As people have, things in their houses that they don't want people to see. Like, what if we were talking about this, what if you're in a master bedroom and you go, oh, I have the wife with me, but the husband isn't with us to see the house. And she does a video of the master closet. Look at this master closet. And, the owners maybe they have jewelry hanging there. Maybe there's personal information. Maybe there's an envelope, sitting
anything.
out
It could
that
be anything.
somebody can like zoom in and get pertinent information. So it is extremely important now to get apparently written, whether that's email or text, that's considered in writing, permission from not only the listing agent, but also the seller.
And I
Um,
think that a lot of as if you're the listing agent, I think a lot of the packets and paperwork have that in it. But if you're the buyer agent, does that permission extend to you, and does it extend beyond what they've allowed to be online already? My best guess is no.
Right. And that's a really good question too, because within the different associations, like the Greater Louisville Association, in our listing contract, we do have a paragraph in there that talks about, this will be going on Zillow. There'll be a sign in the yard, and it will go on. It can be social medias. It can be, whatever you're allowing this. I've had sellers where they've crossed out some of that because they don't want a video, or they don't want, a certain room or whatever to be out there for everyone to see.
Yeah. It's a difficult thing because there's a certain level of anonymity you're giving up by allowing people in your home.
Right.
So it's like, for
It's
me, I'm a little
intrusive.
bit torn. Like, there is an expectation that people that you don't know are coming into your home. I have pictures all over the internet of my house. Maybe there's a video, maybe there's not. I mean, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe people will take other especially nowadays, like one person can get off of work, but the other one can't, or
Right.
they live far away, like you said, or like whatever, right? So like, I would think in my head as the seller, as the listing agent, I'm going to be like, look, these things could happen.
Yes.
And people will do crazy things. Like, first of all, why would you put it on Facebook? But people do. I mean,
Oh,
oh
people
my
do.
God.
Serious. That is a serious, that was a situation. It went out and they said, oh, look at the house that we're buying. And first of all, it wasn't under contract. It was only
Right.
an offer. It hadn't been, nothing. And somehow, people know people, especially in
Oh
Louisville,
yeah, especially now
small,
everybody's
big town.
connected. So like the question is it a violation? Yeah, I mean it sounds like it is.
Yes, we need to have some sort of, for example, I do a hashtag on my Instagram called the Art of Showing Houses.
Mhm.
And I will take, pictures of art that I see in different homes as
That's so cool.
I just did this like hashtag, the Art of Showing Houses.
You don't have
And
permission, Kristen.
yeah, and I haven't had permission. So now when I do, like, because we do agent tours like within our own office,
Mhm.
and we have some very nice listings, and I will always say to the listing agent, hey, am I allowed to take pictures and post them? And they're like, absolutely. But
Yeah.
so it's really important because you do not want to be that test case that it goes, national, and we are now
No.
not allowed to record or photograph unless we have the explicit permission of the seller.
So
So
I think like the rule of thumb here, if you know that you're going to be taking video, that just to like send a quick note to
yes,
the listing agent and say, hey, am I allowed to do this? And then on the back end, tell like just conform your clients like this is not for like public views.
so it's a learning process for both. For me, for us, I use, we have showing time in Louisville, how we set up our appointments. And so there's a little box where you can put in notes. And I always say, hey, this is just me. And this is what I did this summer.
Mhm.
This is me coming in for my clients. I will be FaceTiming. Are you okay with that? And
Nice.
posting any pictures in there, like, yes.
Yeah, back to
So
communicating.
yeah, back to
Yes. Every
communication.
episode, make sure you communicate with the other agent.
Yes.
And other agent, pick up your phone.
Yes. Yes.
We'd like to
Right.
communicate.
Right. If I'm calling you, it's important. I'm not calling to say, look, we had snow.
That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
I really appreciate you being on. That was a great scenario. Definitely something that happens like every day that you don't even think about
Yeah.
until it's like online. And you're like, oh
Well,
crap. Like,
don't be that test case. Don't be that test case.
thank you for the warning, I think. Well, if people have a referral that they want to give you to Louisville, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
It's Kristen English, and I'm at Lenihan Sotheby's International Realty, 502-417-8008. I'm on Instagram and Facebook,
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, Twitter. I am, but I don't. Mostly Instagram and Facebook. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. And of course, if you want more information about EXP, don't hesitate to reach out. My cell is 513-400-1691. Thanks a lot, Kristen. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. Great.